Okay.
It will pop up here when it's ready. Let's YouTube do some algorithm, and I will check it on my phone. See if everything is in order. ทดสอบ1 2 3 4ทดสอบ1 2 3 4สวัสดีครับ Sultan, could you please test your mic?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2
Oh.
3.
Good.
Okay.
We're
Good.
ready.
Yeah.
โอเคเอาแล้วนะครับสวัสดีครับทุกคนนะครับ Hello everyone, welcome to Coolerist Core Podcast episode 207. This one is a really special. As usual, we live from Game Dev Hub and here in the downtown city center Bangkok, Asok Sukhumvit 21. And in the office, of course, is a co-working space for game developer and digital artists, as you may know. Today's episode is very special, as I already mentioned, and as you can see from the cover of this live stream, and also by the guest who sit at my right over here, it's Mr. Sultan Saeed Al Darmaki.
Yes.
If is my pronunciation correct?
Thank you.
Okay.
No, it's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you for having you. He's the founder and CEO of Red Dune Games.
Yes, I'm the co-founder with the Red Dune Games, along with my partner Mohammed Al Junabi. We founded Red Dune Games about 3 years ago, but me and him, we've been friends for over 25 years.
Okay.
And we always had a shared love of gaming, anime, and media.
Mm-hmm.
He started some business in the media sphere, and I started about 2012. I did films in the USA and UK, but then I shifted towards what's more of my passion, which is gaming and anime.
Okay.
And I want to work more towards with Asia.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the brief introduction to the man. But if you don't know, Red Dune, it's a video game publisher that's just found recently, only 3 years, but already made some big headlines. For example, like a month ago, you guys make a big splash on the all over internet about like funding to the Acquire studio who makes Octopath Traveler, for example.
Yes.
And you give them funding so they can create some other games that in their pipeline. So today, this is very special guest, so we get to deep dive into the history of the studio and also of the man himself.
Mm-hmm.
So first off, let's get to know you a little bit more.
Okay.
We should start by I imagine you are about, let me guess, 40?
Yes, around that age, 40, yeah.
40 something. So what have you done before Red Dune? Because Red Dune just found like 3 years, but what did you do before that?
So prior to working Red Dunes, obviously my background was in human resource management.
Okay.
I worked in many different sectors. My first job was a front desk clerk in a commercial bank.
Okay.
Then I worked in human resource for oil and gas industry.
Oil and gas.
Then I was...
because you are from
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi,
Yes.
of course.
Then I spent about a couple of years working in compliance for the country's sovereign wealth fund,
Mm-hmm.
Abu Dhabi Investment Authority. And also, another surprise, I was also risk management in the Nuclear Energy Corporation of our country.
Oh.
So, yeah, I had about more than 10 years of working in the different government sectors. And, of course, like a few years in the private sector.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also started my own film production.
Film production? That's
Yes.
a drastic shift of the career path.
No, it's almost the same thing. You know, when you work
Really?
in business,
Okay.
it's sort of like project management. I mean, you understand what you want to achieve as a project, and then you work with the best qualified people. And it's the same logic when it comes to games. If I have an idea for a game, I work with developers. Or if developers come to me and I study the case and I see, does it have appeal, or does it make sense? And what value I can add to up and coming developers, or to people who have been developing a long time or want to take a want to do something fresh. For me, like, my experience came not only from my work. I mean, what I do in Red Dunes as a business that comes from, my experience in working in management
Yes.
and risk management and investments and finance, but from a creative side, because I'm also not only just CEO, I'm also a creative director of Red Dune Games. And in the current lineup, I'm directing about 3 of the games right now.
Wow. Okay.
So for me,
But you told me that you also work in the film.
Yes.
You have the production house for film.
Yes.
And how long you been doing
oh,
that?
we're still doing it. We started first of producing shorts, financing and producing shorts from the USA, from UK. And then slowly we started shifted. I've done now recently, a few years ago, one thriller film from Abu Dhabi, which was actually shot, all the interiors was actually shot in Thailand.
Really?
Yes.
What's the name of the movie?
3.
3?
Yes.
Okay, I'll look up for it.
So it was exciting because, we got to work with a very capable Thai crew.
Okay.
And, we are very happy with the infrastructure here.
Okay.
And then obviously I'm doing my second film also in Abu Dhabi, but also we brought in we love the Thai crew so much, we brought them to Abu Dhabi because they were so great.
Awesome. It's glad that it's really makes me happy when like someone from other country have good experience with our country, like of course there are good and bad people everywhere all over the world, but when they come here and they met good people, then they have great experience. Yeah, that could only be good things come from after that. So you I don't know if it's intentional, but it seems like you have like the right ingredients to start the new like game publisher company, since you work in the private sector,
Yes.
government, public, and also in creative side like film.
Yes.
So you understand both sides of the world.
Well, the good thing is you always learn. Whether you learn from a solo developer or from someone who's very experienced, you always learn. And this is why I love this industry, is that you always learn something new. You can amass as much knowledge as you can, and you think that you can, not make the same. You think you can learn from mistakes, but you always learn new mistakes, but then you learn how to get better every time. That's what fascinates me about this industry. But for me, Red Dunes for me is special because I think I've probably been playing since Atari 2600, if you can tell by the color of from my beard here. Yeah, so obviously I've been playing games for a very long time, and I'm very passionate about games. And even until today, I'm still playing a lot of games. Whether it's like I shock people by what I play. Like sometimes I'd be playing like Monster Hunter series.
Oh, okay.
One of my favorite series.
Okay, of course.
Of course, from software, I love Sekiro, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, all these games. But I love playing indie games a lot. Particularly like the stuff from Asia, and the stuff I see coming from Southeast Asia, it's been crazy. And especially indie games for me. I play more indie games than I do like
AAA now.
AAA. For me, I love indie games and AA games. When I play games, when people ask me what kind of games do I love, of course you say, everyone says Monster Hunter, but also I like to throw in games like 9 Souls, which was from Taiwan, a fantastic game. Another
the
game,
one with the fox.
Yes, I thought it was a cat anyway, but yeah, it's a fox. But it was interesting because it was it kind of took me by surprise of how good it was. It's difficult, but I love it. And then you have games like Blasphemous, and games like, of course, like the new Ninja Gaiden that came out, Ragebound, done by the same people. And it's always inspiring to see so many indies making really outstanding games. And I think, this is the power. This is where the direction of everywhere else is going. Indie and AA are really the future of gaming.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Someone in the chat told me to please speak louder.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
So, that's why I'm gonna have to ask you for this. I imagine from both of your previous business and experience, like from films and work in a public space, private space.
Yes.
You must have your life must have already achieved so much, but then why you start Red Dune?
For me, it's a very personal journey
Okay.
because I love gaming. Gaming has been sort of like my coping mechanism for all the difficulties I've had in my life.
Hard to imagine that.
Yeah. It's people think it's an easy life, but for me it's like I wanted to do something meaningful.
Mm.
Sometimes people just say that, okay, I want to work in gaming, and then you think about, okay, I'm just going to make one giant game, and people can do that, but for me I feel like I need to do a more positive impact, not just where I am, but globally,
Mm.
because like the way games are going now is like really like Asia, like when I look at Thailand, when I look at Indonesia, when I look at Malaysia, Taiwan, all these places, and Japan, they not only they're doing so much great things, but they also have the true highest potential and also one of the best working behaviors I've ever seen. I mean, I love in just 1 year I'm publishing 2 Thai games, and these are I remember last year when I was at Tokyo Game Show, my booth was just a minute walk from the Thailand pavilion.
Uh-huh.
And I was curious, because I didn't know anything about Thai games. And then I saw like the 2 games that I'm currently publishing, which was Nightmare Circus and Lights Up. Nightmare Circus from Fair Play Studios and Lights Up from Bugbilio.
Mhm.
Immediately I saw it, and sometimes, people use algorithms, people use market research. Me, I'm just a gamer. I'm a gamer first and foremost. So when the gamer tells me, get these 2, immediately, it's like I just told them, guys, go to my booth immediately and let's start talking. And it's just instinct.
Ah.
I see a game, I like the look of the game, I like the way a game plays, I go for it.
Yeah, I think it's the most like authentic feelings that you could have, like from, as Sultan mentioned, like people relies on like market research and numbers, for example, and then that's the start of you shift your interest from making a good game into the numbers games, like you try to hit specific market and you forget the core, the most important elements of the game, which
Yes.
is fun. Basically.
Exactly. It's all about the fun. I mean, people say, as they say, some people come to me and they come up and they talk about research. I'm a gamer. I've been playing games since forever, and I still play games, and I play a whole variety of games. Like one day you'd see me play like I don't know, Dead Cells, and I'd be platinum. I sometimes I punish myself by playing on platinum, platinum it on PlayStation, Dead Cells, and then I go and play cozy games, and I love cozy games as well. I play a whole variety of games. Like the only games I don't seem to play these days are like first-person shooters and sports games, because I don't have time for, I just don't have time for like rehash of the same things. I mean, like I love Metroidvania, I love role-playing games. I'm like, for me, I was like, my era is Super Nintendo and PlayStation 1 era. Those were like, that's my true era of gaming. For me, I love games like Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
Was one of my favorite.
One of the best of all time.
Super Metroid.
People still argue to this day what's the best generation of console. Of course,
Oh my God, no!
it's an eternal debate.
It is an eternal debate, but I don't know. It's like, for me, I'm not stating any facts. I'm just saying like my opinion of
course.
it, based on my experience. I thought that for me, switching from Nintendo's to Super Nintendo changes everything, because now you
True.
feel more engaged in the story. And the only reason why I switched to PlayStation, because a lot of the games that continued their franchise moved to PlayStation. And PlayStation for me was like Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You've got Suikoden series. Breath of Fire continued there. That was like one of my favorite thing. Final Fantasy.
It's a shame that they didn't bring it back, like Breath of Fire.
Well, you see a lot of games coming back.
Oh yeah.
But you see, that's what that's what gravitates towards me. Even like the way that, even for me, like I loved even Sega Saturn. I was a big Sega Saturn fan as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So when people think of what games I look for, I just try to tell people: imagine if you're going somewhere between Super Nintendo up to PlayStation 2 era. That's the kind of like that's the majority of the games what we're looking for in terms of what we decide to publish.
Mm.
I mean, that doesn't mean that, you know, it's the ultimate thing, but this is kind of like where people get, you know, my aesthetics.
Mm.
I love pixel games, but also I love hand-drawn games. I love games that are well crafted. I mean, when people put thought, the art is very important. The game is very important. You need to put thought. Nowadays, most games I see, it's like, I'm sorry, they're using
Asset flip.
asset flips. I mean, Unity asset stores. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people come to me. They say, "Oh, it's like we're making this game," and they think from Abu Dhabi, money, not play game. But no,
You talk with the wrong guy, man.
I know games. I'm like, I even talk to these guys about games, and like half the time, it's like, you know, you throw them an indie game, and you just to see how well they know games, because if all you can say is FIFA and, well, what's it called, FIFA and COD, then that's it. That's your knowledge is limited. If you cannot, you know, give me like, you know, like different genres, if you can't give me like different, even where different games come from.
Mm.
It's like, for example, like, do you know your Spanish games? Do you know your, like, games from, what's it called, from France? You know your games from Malaysia? You know your games from Japan? Like, do you even know, like, the difference between it?
Mm.
And also, because I also taught myself Unity,
Mm.
I don't program, I just taught myself Unity, so I understand when developers talk to me, at least I have an idea of what they're talking about in Unity. And therefore, I know what a Unity asset store look like, assets from the Unity store. So I tell people, look, you have to create your own art.
Mm.
You have to create your own art. You have to put effort into everything. Game is not just game. Game is the music. It's the story. It's the narrative. It's the sound design. It's everything that encompasses you. A game cannot be made by one. Well, we do have solo developers, but it's about the collective. A game is made by a collective.
A collective of art and technologies, because you have as Sultan mentioned, like a narrative design, sound design, art design, gameplay mechanics, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So it's not easy, and the bottom line is that if you try to scam him, he knows. Basically.
Oh no, it's I've been in this business a long time. I worked in films. I worked in a lot of stuff. It's easy. You learn. Of course, there's no perfect track record. If you have a perfect track record, that's a scam.
Something off.
Yeah,
Something's
that's a scam.
off.
No, that's why I love this industry, is that you make mistakes and you learn from them. Someone else makes mistakes, you learn from that too. I mean, this is what I love about games, that games are just everywhere you see, like, even on Twitter, I'm reading like all the news that's happening, I'm analyzing, I'm seeing what went wrong. I'm seeing why no games need to be high budget. No games need to be the same budget as a Hollywood movie. No games need to be like that. It's just, it's just, it's just grassroots. I wholly believe in grassroots gaming. I believe that you need to make games reasonably budgeted, because there's no such thing as, you can make the perfect game with money. You cannot. Like, money
Of course.
you try to put as much money, you're doing nothing.
There's plenty example of that.
Yes.
And I think the reasons why the budget to creating game, especially for the AAA industry, is bloated because of management, basically. Like people on a higher level, like, do fuck up something.
Look, sometimes, when a lot of people, who are, in charge of games, a lot of them, I don't think they even play games. I mean, you have big companies, they have advisors, and then they have consultants, and then they have analysts. You just have a lot of things that actually takes away from the budget of a game. For me, I don't need. If I see a good game and I know and I play a good game, then it is a good game. Even if it's something that I haven't played before. If I manage to enjoy, if someone like me, because I gauge myself as someone who plays a lot of games, and for me, I don't need someone to advise me. I usually trust my instinct. If you get to know the developer and they see that they're good people and they work hard and they believe in themselves, they have to believe in themselves. They have to put effort. And people who make the sacrifice. When a game, when you see sacrifice being made in those games, you can tell that this is the people that you can elevate. You can always, you can invest into a game that's always, oh, we're the best. But if you see somebody who is willing to take the risk, that means he believes in his own potential. And that means that it's worth investing into people who believe in their own potential.
Yeah, and I can tell you it's really rare nowadays. Like, big studio don't take risk anymore. Like, because they cannot afford to make one big title and then not successful financially. So that's why everything is more of the same.
I mean, what's beautiful about this industry is that the more great games that come out, the more people can benchmark. When I was figuring out games, like, I really do reference a lot of games. And then I kind of like dive in and try to understand how it was budgeted, how it was marketed, what went into these things. And it's becoming more and more like you kind of like develop it. I didn't know anything about game industry. And I didn't know about game industry, previously. I mean, the only thing I knew was how to play games. But there was some stuff that I took from before, like, assessing risk, assessing, people. People, that's the most important thing to assess when it comes to game. And, that's why, for me, I feel like, you can make excellent games that doesn't need high budget. You can make you can go micro budget and you can still make amazing games.
True, of course. So, yeah, that's bring us to now at this point 3 years. Red Dune has become like in the public, in the market, doing business with game developer all over the world. So what's your experience has been in these 3 years? What's the journey and what's you have been done to, like, let's say, support those who come under your umbrella, for example?
Well, you have to understand that nobody comes under my umbrella.
Not yet.
Why is it that everyone thinks I'm out there to, grab everybody? No, it's I don't look at, I'm not a traditional publisher. We prefer to engage long-term relationship with every developer that we work with. We don't look at them as just one game. We look at them as a whole. We try to we try to find the best people. Find the best people. It's not just the right game. You can have the right game, but if the people behind it are not good, then something's off. It's always, you're walking that fine line of due diligence because of all the experience we had of working in films. When I worked in films, I made a lot of projects, but a lot of the times it didn't succeed. Actually, a lot of them didn't succeed. But you learn. You keep learning, and that's why you keep pushing. I think, with the traction that we got, it was just crazy because, we weren't thinking about being like, we were trying to do our own games through white labeling because it was just something just to test the water. But then after trying that, we felt that this wasn't the right move for us because, nobody had this information. When you started, you don't have the information.
Oh, you know nothing about the industry.
But then when we start working with people and then we start meeting our peers and then when we start seeing a lot of interesting projects that we felt like, okay, maybe our contribution could help push it further. And it's just about how we treat people. And I wasn't anticipating like a few years ago that, we'd be publishing or we'd be doing a lot of big announcements. I mean, obviously, apart from Acquire, we're working together, and Aquaria, we became very good friends. Myself and the CEO, Takuma Endo-san, we shared the same passion. We share the same passion and the same logic, and that's why we felt that we can work together, because we love games and we want to make great games, and also we care about the people that we work with. I mean, it's that human element that connected us together. And of course, our love of Japanese otaku stuff. But also, prior to that, we've also talked about like Samurai Pizza Cat reboot game, and that was also a crazy announcement, because I love that. That was, for me, that was a big shock. A lot of people took a chance. A lot of people took a chance with us as a first-time publisher. But we've had good reputation prior to working in the game industry. That's why a lot of people know myself and my partner. They know we always take care of people. We're always careful about what we do. We've been through a lot of stuff. That's why we've been through many battles. That's why a lot of people, they value our input. But I didn't anticipate that 3 years ago I was going to be here in Thailand, looking at I even 2 years ago I wasn't anticipating publishing Thai game, and now here I am publishing 2 Thai games, and also talking about the next line with both these companies, about the next games with both these companies, and this is what excites me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because now talking to you, I understand you more. You're not like simply the guy with money who can buy out anything, but you look at the people, and you invest in people and relationship.
Yes.
Like if there are, you can build it a long-term relationship. Everyone, like finding a good partner basically. If they are sincere, with openness, and they are hard work, then it's a formula for like a good relationship basically.
I mean, look, the money everyone talks about, that's the elephant in the room. It's like, talking about the money. We're not a government. We're not a government entity. We're not backed by any government. This was, I've had my business from a long time, and also I have my own other portfolios. But for me, this is, a lot of stuff that I invest into, but for me, Red Dunes is the one I'm very actively vested in, both as
Your time, your effort,
my passion. But in Arabic we say Alhamdulillah, thank God. I've been blessed with a good life, with a good family, with good friends, and good health. And so, what's there for me after? What's a good use? What's a good use of the money? Once you have everything settled, you don't have a need to be in status. You don't need a security. Once everything has been fulfilled, I need to think about what's the impact that I can do.
Of course.
And of course, with gaming, I mean, the more good games that are out there, the more people will be inspired to do that. Gaming always needs to. I feel like people talk about how films are like, cause renaissance. But I think now games are the true renaissance. I mean, are the true inspiration. It helps children develop skills in the beginning. Even it helps people, even at old people, it helps them keep their mind working. It's always that mental. It's always that mental thing. I think people who play, like, for example, games where you multitask are more qualified at work than people with MBAs. Talking about it, I've tried to do MBA twice and I dropped out. I was just, I'm just happy with a bachelor's degree, and I just took my MBA from gaming.
But yeah, it's really like fascinating and inspiring. Like when you have everything that you want for, could ask for in your life, and you choose to pass it on to another people, for good people that they try to make a living as well.
Exactly.
So that's a big thing here. So of course I definitely sure that you have already changed a lot of people's life. Like
I hope so. I mean, I want, of course I want, for me, I'm in this position where, I have to be considerate for both the developers. I have to be considerate also to the gamers. I want gamers to enjoy our games.
Good product.
Not because they're from Abu Dhabi. There's nothing. What I do, it's international. I mean, I'd be making games in Thailand. I'm making games in Indonesia. I'm making games in Japan. Have a game in Canada. And we're working with with people from different nationalities. Working with Dutch companies. And, whoever is out there, there's a common language and a common love and a common love for game and a common human understanding. That's why I feel like, we have the ability to work with people from around the world. And, in Thailand, it's interesting because high potential. I visited Japan a lot, and when I visit a lot of the development company, the game development companies, I see a lot of people from Thailand working there.
Oh, really?
Yes, like from the small indie games, from small independent studios, up to like some of the AA studios there, because everyone knows, and I'm not saying it because I'm here, but Thai people really do have such great work ethics. I mean, why do you think you've got the best? You've got you're hardworking people. You value, the efforts given to you to make such great things. And of course, lovely country here.
Yes. Well, yeah, lovely most of the time, unless when it's super duper hot. And
oh no, try Abu Dhabi. We're worse than you.
oh yeah, I heard.
50 degrees Celsius. And I think we're averaging about 100 to 200% humidity.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I always joke that in probably in 50 years time, everyone who's from Abu Dhabi will probably have gills, to breathe air from all the humidity. Yeah, but it's just amazing. I mean, like I even see for me, it's like I always thought when I was going to make games, I thought I was going to be more focused in Europe, but no, I focused.
To your surprise.
It was to my. I wouldn't say to my surprise. It was just to my lack of insight. Lack of insight. That when I visited the Thai pavilion, I was like shocked. To see there were such amazing looking games. It was kind of like my first time exposure, and I knew that without even thinking about it. Sometimes I just jump in. I don't know how to explain this, and that's much to the dismay of my team members, is that sometimes when I see something interesting, I just go rush. You just, what they say, Leroy Jenkins into it.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, that's how I sometimes.
YOLO.
Yeah, it's like YOLO. Sometimes I look at it and like, in Arabic we say twakkala.
Twakalala.
Which means, go with the grace of God. It's like, I think the closest thing in English is roll with it. Roll with it. Go ahead and just go along and see what happens. Don't think about the consequences. Do it, and then if something happens, you'll figure it out.
Good.
Yeah.
Good motto to live by.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have mentioned so many times that now you're working with two Thai game studios,
Yes.
like Fair Play and Buglio, publishing their two games.
Yes.
And what's the difference or experience that you get from working with Thai studio and from any other places?
Okay, number one, I really love. I love sometimes your sense of humor. Your sense of,
For example.
it's almost, they're blunt when it talks. There's no filter. There's no filter, and I appreciate that. It's like sometimes they even like make some funny comments, which might seem rude, but where I'm from, it's normal. But from everywhere else, it doesn't seem normal. I think Thai, that's what I like about Thai people, is that they just talk very straight. And that's what I like. That's what I enjoy about these people. One thing I don't like is that they have too much nice hair. Very nice hair. I came here about 2 weeks ago. I wanted to do a medical checkup.
Okay.
One of those wellness clinics. And I was very angry.
Because
the doctor I met, he's 52. He's like 10 years older than me. but he looks 10 years younger than me,
Uh-huh.
and I called him Dr. K-pop.
Dr. K-pop. Because he looks so Korean.
No, he looks very young,
And
nice
handsome.
hair. Yeah, I'm like, I think I need to stay in Thailand a little bit more. Something's in the water, something's in the food,
The
something.
air, maybe.
Yeah. Well, but I also I like that they're very, they're really down to earth people. I mean, everyone I meet, I work with Indonesians. I love working with them. I work with Malaysians. I work with them. I love all the developer teams I'm working. Everyone has their value, and everyone has something for me to learn. What I like about Thai is that really they're always trying to one up themselves without asking. They take initiatives, and really it's like sometimes one of the things that I find unusual is that they always think that they need to do more, even though what they've done goes above and beyond what I've seen before. And that's why I like working with Thai people, like amazing, and I think really this is one of the places that's going to make an impact in gaming. I think it just needs people to come in and, take a chance, tuakalala, as they say.
Yes, it's now official motto for the show. So, yeah, I think with you and with all of us, Game Dev Hub included, we try to make something good happen. Like, we'll I don't know about you. You already done it, but we'll do our best, of course. And so to be more beneficial to my fellow game developer out there who might watching the show right now or maybe later or anywhere else in the world.
Yes.
As a publisher, what do you want? What do you see in the developer team that may trigger your interest the most? Because as you already know, we got Gamescom Asia coming this October, and a lot of Thai games, Thai developers will be showcase their game at the event. And what's advice that you can give them?
I wish I was coming to Gamescom, but as because as you know, I'm going to be showcasing in Tokyo Game Show this year.
But it's September, isn't it?
It's September, but it's going to be at the end of the September. But because this year it's special, we are doing a very big booth in Tokyo Game Show.
Okay.
And the three big games that are out in front are actually the two Thai games here.
Ah, okay.
So there's going to be a huge presence for our first three releases. Our Malaysian game, which the one I'm directing, called Princess of the Water Lilies. This is our 2D hand-drawn game about a cat inside of horse, and it looks like a cartoon. Actually, I want the art. We made it look like a children's storybook.
Ah, okay.
And of course, I love cats. That's
Cozy.
and then obviously we've got Lights Up and Nightmare Circus. So we are making a huge booth for them in Tokyo Game Show this year. And actually, we're showcasing. You're gonna see why I have this color. We're showcasing 11 games.
11 game at
Tokyo Game Show.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, when you go there, you're gonna see our different partnerships. We give everyone their presence or their sorry, what was the word? We make sure everyone has their exposure.
Ah, okay.
Everyone has their exposure, and obviously it's great for people to come there. Gamescom, because Gamescom is going to start like 2 weeks, and I'm going to be about a couple of weeks in Tokyo, and then I have to get back.
Oh, okay.
And then to Abu Dhabi, and then to go to Gamescom. But that's why I have the two companies. Actually, that's why I have a lot of the guys here. It's the first time, so they're going to. Of course, Red Dunes is going to be there through Bugbilio and through Fairplay. So we are going to still be there. But yeah, I also would like to, I'm also want to see the Thai Pavilion. I think there's going to be a Thai Pavilion in Tokyo Game Show, and that's one of the places I'm going to go visit as well. Yeah, but the advice I have for sorry, I just went off on a tangent.
It's okay.
I think
as a publisher,
what
you're looking for in a developer team, or what advice would you give them?
Well, first of all, you have to be like, sometimes you have to put a lot of effort into your presentation. But if you do, from yourself, if you make a game that looks appealing, that looks like well thought of, and of course, take a chance. Some people think that, doing roguelites, everyone does roguelites. But if you do a good roguelite, people will still play that roguelite. There's nothing, do the game that you want to do. Because if you do the game you want to do, this is going to be this is where your effort will shine. This is where your contribution will shine. This is where I see the passion. Another thing is like sometimes for you, it's like take a chance. Take a chance. I see people, they get intimidated by publishers. Don't get intimidated. We're people. If you find, most publishers maybe don't play games, but if you want to, if you always take a chance, there's no danger in people saying no the first time. There's no danger in people saying no the second time. Keep trying. Keep trying. Maybe I would like to publish. Maybe I don't want to publish. But maybe if I don't want to publish, maybe I can always offer advice. I always try to offer advice to people as much as I can. As much as I can. So, as I said, I wish I had the capacity to publish every indie game out there. But still, I have to build my own capability. I have to, even going forward, there's still things I'm going to learn. There's still things for me that I'm walking into uncharted territory. But as long as I'm with good people, that's the path I'm willing to take. Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, like it's difficult for me to say because I'm not a traditional publisher because we do co-developing as well. We're kind of like co-developers. We help out with the production. The only thing I never saw, we do everything. The only thing I didn't see yet is co-financing. as I joke, people want to develop with us, but nobody yet still want to finance with us. I wonder why. Hey, more money equals more indie games.
Yeah, so if you are open for co-financing,
no problem. As long as you don't tell me Web3, as long as you don't tell me NFT,
wow.
As long as you don't tell me crypto game, as long as you don't tell me blockchain, and as long as you don't tell me like your game, no in-app. For me, my personal thing, I don't like in-app purchases in game. When you make a game, you buy the game, it's your game. That's simple. That's why I follow the very classic logic. You make a game, you sell a game, it's the person's game. There's no need for them to engage. I'd rather people instead of people spending money on one game, I'd rather have them buy their game, enjoy that game, and then have enough money to play my other games as well.
And move on.
Simple. Move on.
So, yeah, that's short fire already. So, make traditional games, good game, high quality games, and you can talk.
Exactly. I look at Lights Up, and people ask me, "What's the appeal for Lights Up?" It's cute. It's colorful. Same thing with Nightmare Circus. It's cute. It's puppets. When I see that thing, I love puppets as well. Sometimes I think the one managing the decision making in my head is not. It's not Sultan with experience.
Okay.
It's Sultan the little boy in my head, telling me go for it. It looks fun. Go for it. Same thing with cartoon. I'm still like a child. Like I still get distracted.
We all are.
Yes.
We all are.
Yeah.
We never grown up.
Yeah, we never grow up until it's time to shave. No, but that's why I see the appeal for it. I love, for me, I'm attracted by nice colors. I'm attracted by cute stuff, even funny sound effects. Like I love these kind of games. I love stuff that has meaning. Fancy. Everyone makes a fancy game. Everybody makes MMORPGs. Everyone makes the next, live service game. Good for you. That's always going to be there. Whenever greed will probably outlive all of us, and that's why you're going to find game everywhere. What I'm looking for is not greed. It's genuine games. People who love what they do. You play a game, you have fun, and you retain loyalty. If you put any in-app purchases in games, you're gonna burn out your customers. You'll make a shit ton of money, but you're going to lose customer fast. You're going to lose customer loyalty. You want people who are always going to come to you and say, Sultan, what's the next funny game are you going to make? What's the next crazy game are you going to do? I'm not just a business guy, but I'm also a creative, crazy guy. Sometimes when I write like a. You ever seen when a child goes up to you and tells you a crazy story, and he just comes out from one thing and another thing and another thing? That's sort of like my logic. I'm not a heavy thinker. I'm not a heavy thinker. Sometimes I just come up with the silliest things and just go for it.
Yeah. Tell me when you're gonna go for like a president of World Game Association. Maybe I'll vote for you.
No, I don't want. Honestly, no. Put me. As long as you put me in. I'm happy where I am. I'm in a place where I can freely move around and talk with developers. I can freely pick whatever game I want to choose. I like this way, being like almost like a rogue, going wherever I want, going a bit like Rogue Line, go here, go there, go there. If I'm hungry, I go there.
Do whatever you want.
Whatever I want, but I do what I love. And that's for me, that's why I get up in the morning, because I get to do what I love. And I'm just happy that the things that I do that I love is also benefiting everyone around, is also hopefully benefiting everyone around me and making at least a good impact. Because the more you take chance on young developers, the more they're going to grow, the more they're going to take on projects, the more they're going to, inspire the next generation of people. I mean, it's a cycle, and that cycle needs to come back, or needs to even go even further, needs to rotate faster. Because right now we're seeing a lot of the same games out there, the same 3D model games out there. It's sort of like mass market games. It's like, sorry, you're a 3D chibi anime girl games. That's like everywhere. Just do hand drawn. Take an effort. Good hand drawn, bad hand drawn. I'd take a funny bad hand drawn game.
Unique. Make something unique.
Unique. I mean, you look at some amazing games out there. I look at games like Spiritfarer, amazing hand drawn. Hollow Knight's hand drawn. Pixel games are. Go for pixel. Go for anything. Go. You don't have to worry about realism, because you want realism. You go and look outside. I mean, yeah, not everyone can be, Bloodborne. Not everyone can do Lies of P. Not everyone can be like Black Myth Wukong. If you can do it in a good way, go for it. If you got the money, go for it. But if you feel like you have to achieve that, you don't have to achieve that. Sometimes you have to be realistic. Sometimes also when it comes to developing games, you have to be careful about scope. When I tried making my first game, I had so many scope creep. I'm like, oh my God, if I played this game, I'm going to get bored. It's like there's too many confusion. That's why, like, for me, the first game I was working on, and it's still being developed, I had to change 3 times.
What change? Oh, you mean?
I changed the art. I changed the music. I changed the developers. I try to change everything.
Change developer.
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little?
And so when I first started, I tried using Fiverr and Upwork. That's as any normal company would do. Is like, okay, this is where you get freelancers.
Okay.
And that was a rookie mistake. But then, once we started working and investing into other developers, we kind of like now understood how game development should work. We sort of like, now we have that knowledge to make better decisions. So in retrospect, rather than release a game with all the stuff we didn't make, I'd say, you know what? If you release this game, it's going to affect the rest of the game, its reputation. So sometimes, yes, that's a decision. Although, yeah, sometimes it's not an easy decision. But because I'm in a position that I can say, okay, I'd rather do everything.
Not publish it.
Do everything from start again, and do it better. And sometimes it's not an easy decision. Of course, there's time and money was sunk into it, but you don't lose because you may have lost money, but in return you get knowledge and experience, which is probably the same as going to university. So yeah, lessons, mistakes gives you lessons. Financial mistakes gives you much more lessons that will stick with you.
Because you won't forget it.
Yeah, you don't forget it. Yeah, but it's it's that kind of thing, and that's why it's like you have to be humble in this industry. You have to be humble. There, you have to, like sometimes, even when you think you did all your effort, you need to step back and look at it, and think: is this the kind of game that players will want to play, or is this the kind of game you would put your name on? If it's not, start over from start again. Start again. I mean, I tell people, putting a bad game could hurt you more.
Yeah, it's hurt your reputation, and
Yes.
and it will be even harder if you want to do long-term business with
Yes.
anyone.
Exactly.
Like you lost faith from the gamers,
Yes.
and that's the biggest problem that you could have. Like they don't trust you as a publisher. Like
Yeah. But now the game that I'm working on is now it's being taken over by one of our frequent collaborators in Indonesia. So now I know I'm in good hands.
I see.
Yeah. So it's all about you build trust.
That's awesome. So let's hope we're about to play that soon, within a year or two maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
No, we have a lot of games coming out. Like this year, we're of course our 2 Thai games. And then, of course, they're going to be in a hurry to do the next games. That's why I love Thai people. I really love their enthusiasm to make the next thing. Sometimes, I have someone like just accidentally dropping some screenshots. Accidentally dropping screenshots. Oh, what do you think of this concept? Oh, it's like, oh, sorry, I leaked this. Yeah, but no, that's why Thai people are like, to me, like I really like, I like they're always happy. Like a lot of times they're happy. They're always like they talk straight. They talk straight and sometimes without filter. And that's what I like about people. It's like you don't have to talk nice. Just talk real. You can curse as much as you want. You can make mistakes as much as you want. But as long as how you say it and what is said, that's important.
Okay. So I think now we're at the end of our episode now.
Aw.
So it has to come. Good things will have to end at some point. But for the last question that I got for you,
All right.
Mr. Sultan, what's the end goal of Red Dune?
My end goal?
Red Dune, yeah.
Oh, honestly, no. I really want. I'm hoping that whatever I do continues, not just as Red Dunes, to continue to show. What I'm trying here. I would say it's not common what I'm doing. Investing into indie games, investing into mid-level indies, high-level indies, and hopefully in the future AA games. I really want to still keep doing what I do. I want to invest. I'm trying to make my own AA games as well. But at the same time, I want to always stay connected with the small games. I really want to continue seeing some great stuff. I've seen amazing games out there, and I wish I could publish more than I can. But it's always about balancing, giving everyone their fair trial. Because I could say, okay, I'll come publish with these games, but if I don't give everyone the same effort in marketing and the same sort of like attention,
Support
and attention, because I'm on Discord every day with multiple teams. Some of them I give them creative input. Some of them I help them with their decisions. I consult. I give my consultation as both from a creative and from a business, and it's free. I always tell people it's free. My knowledge is free to give. For me, I think it's sort of like I want to continue to make games. I don't see there's no end-all goal for me. It's kind of like I just want to get up every morning,
Keep doing what you
and
do.
see the next fun game to do. Like if there's an end goal, that means there must be an end. I don't want it to end. I still want to get up and think of crazy ideas. I mean, every time I think about crazy ideas, every time I talk with a developer, they say some weird shit, and then it triggers something in my head. I was like, I wonder if I can make a game about that. It's like every time I see something crazy, all it needs, the best things, the best ideas, the best concepts always start with a silly joke someone says, or a silly thought, something that's at the back of your head that's making you giggle when you're supposed to keep a straight face.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Sultan for you today. But
Yeah,
since we still have a little time
Okay.
before 4 p.m., maybe chat can ask Mr. Sultan some questions. So give us a good one, guys. So if you have any questions, we'll be more than happy to
All right.
reply. So keep good question coming.
All right.
To win Red Dune Hearts, it's the enjoy demo the most important.
I would say it's part of the thing. Your demo, yes, demo is important, but the demo is important, but also the way you present yourself is also important. Is because you can make a great game, but the way if you can express yourself and to show, to show the people portion of the game, that is it's also important. And also you have to have a good plan, about how much your game is going to, how much it would cost to invest in your game, how, to show a proper game design document, to show example, what's your planned release for the game. Everything that you can do to answer my question and to make me feel good, that's kind of part of the winning part. And then it just depends, as I said, I mean, I don't use traditional ways to make decisions. Sometimes I would just look at something, and if I love it, then I love it. But if it's, as I said, if it's a game that I love, I mean, there are some games I don't play, but I'd always be happy to give you advice, or, as soon as, as my network grows, I'd be happy also to refer people or to even encourage other people to try to invest in your game as well.
Okay.
Basically do the best I can.
Yeah, as you mentioned about love 3D, love 2D so much, and maybe 3D is
Yes.
more streamlined right now. So still 3D game have a chance.
Well, if you look at it, two of the games that I'm publishing are 3D games, because you have Nightmare Circus is a 3D game,
Yeah.
and the one I'm doing in Indonesia, Blades of Mirage with Agate, that's also 3D games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's 3D isometric, so I'm not, I don't want to say that. Okay, I'm just going to say. I would say that if it is a great game, then yeah, I would take a chance on it. It's sometimes I don't make a decision because it's a pixel game or it's a hand-drawn game or it's a 3D game. The overall game itself is going to decide, about my enthusiasm, and also if I have the schedule to see that could I be your publisher and still give you the attention. If I can be your publisher, but if I don't give you the attention, then I'm not going to do you justice. I mean, that's upfront how upfront I can be.
Yeah, because we hear this kind of story so many times. Yeah, you if you're just one game in a pile of games that publisher needs to take care, and they doesn't offer you anything, they didn't help you with any marketing or any consultant, then
Yeah. No, I mean that's
better not to have
no.
one.
I mean I've seen a lot of the game companies, a lot of the game developers. They don't like their publisher because the publisher just say, okay, come, we'll take your game, and that's it. There's no, there's no post marketing. There's nothing extra. There's no extra mileage that goes. There's no. I feel like sometimes there's no even connection. It's like, okay, to most publishers, developers are just like catalogs. No, to this is to me, I look at it as, to be part of the family, to be part of the family and to take care of one another. That's how I view it. It's not the traditional business, but that's how I run it.
Okay, we still have some more. As you travel a lot, can you share your thoughts about each countries in Southeast Asia strong point, like Thai dev has the best joke, etc., etc.?
Honestly, from Southeast Asia, because proud to say half of our catalogs right now are from Southeast Asia.
All right.
Yep.
Here.
Yeah. So it's like it's like 50%, and the games that I'm directing are all done by the ones that I'm creative directing are all done by Southeast Asian teams.
For example, Indonesia, because their industry grows so much.
Yes.
Like what would you suggest about their strong point?
No, I think everyone's got their to be fair, everyone's got their strong point.
Of course.
I mean, Thailand's got strong point. Actually, it's not strong point. They're all working great. There's nothing. I think attitudes and effort crosses all boundaries. That's to me that's
Because you see this quality in people of every nationality.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you have that quality
Yeah.
that make you a hardworking person,
Yes.
passionate. It's all across the world. Like you can find it anywhere.
Yeah, so yeah, I do. For me, I do. But for me, I like Southeast Asia because obviously, the investment that I do there goes a long way in comparison to, and this is just simple economy. Like I could invest into Europe or to U.S., but I know that what I invest will give me more than it's more bang for my buck
Of course.
when I invest in Southeast Asia.
So I don't know if you can take this cross talk. Take what range budget Red Dune can provide for indie teams.
Honestly, this is well. Basically, it just depends on the size of the game because I've done games which are like micro budget, and I've done games which are like a bit more higher budget.
It depends on
It just depends on the scope of the game. Because right now we do
and feasibilities.
Yeah, feasibility is like, but obviously I've been working on multiple games, so at least now I have a good idea about what sort of range. I don't dictate, I don't say what the budget is. It's the publisher, it's the developers who have to tell me why do you need this? Why do you need this range?
True.
It's not like okay, it's like it's sort of like you tell me.
Because you are the one who tells that you need this amount.
Yes.
Of the money and you can deliver in what time, and the publisher side will decide that if that makes sense.
Well, it's sort of like a game comes to me, and I see the appeal. Now, if a game is like, okay, this game won't cost me anything to do, but if the game is it's just another shovelware, it's not going to do me justice. For me, if I see the game, okay, like obviously everything that's about the game will decide, is it worth investing
X amount of
is it
money.
worth investing from my side? Would I take that chance? Would I take the chance to invest into that game? I mean, for me, I don't, I cannot say, I cannot say what's the budget range, because for me, obviously I don't want people just to come in and say, oh, here, give me money, give me money, give me money. Sorry, cross taker.
Okay. Well, we'll have to do it today, everyone, because after this we will have like Road to Gamescom Asia at Game Dev Hub, and also Mr. Sultan will meet with some Thai game journalists for a short interview. So thank you guys all for being here, listen to us. Do you have anything to share to every foreigner, I think, in Thailand? What do you mean? Like share on what? Like this is a nice country. You all should come here. Good food.
No, I think as so do I have anything to share to every foreigner in Thailand? I don't know. I tell you to do the same thing I do. Just go in, explore, meet people, take a chance. Try the food. Even if half of them could, even half of them is too spicy and too oily, try the food. Get a good checkup here.
Okay.
Important for you, always health. Health. You work with so many games. I past 6 months, I've actually physically broke down.
Oh.
So when I came to Thailand actually, that's what I like about here is that sometimes when I come and do a checkup and when everything's okay, you have to be reminded. Drink more water. Make more time for family. Games, even though you love this thing, be careful because you work what you love, you work what you don't love, but the same thing, work, it's going to take a physical toll on you. So please, always take care of your health, drink more water, and, be good.
Okay.
Kobon Kab.
ขอบคุณครับ you know some Thai words now. So we will be closing this episode with the words that you mentioned earlier. Tawakkal.
Tawakkal
Tawakkal.
ala Allah.
alala Twakkal alala
It means
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow, and by God's grace.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day, have a good night, and see you in next time.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
everyone. Bye. I hope that was